Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. My name's Greg and this is my garage. Today we're going to be putting plywood up over this gable end interior wall. When I bought the house 3.5 years ago, it was all just bare 2x4 studs, full dimension, 40s, 50s era. Friend and I hung all the insulation, hung all the plywood on the wall in a day. My intent was to cover this with 2-inch rigid foam insulation, give extra R value as well as hold the paper in place. We had a kid. You don't have much time when you have a very small one. So finally getting to it now. Before I can put that up, I need to put up the plywood on here because it's going to butt up to the plywood there. Before I can hang the plywood, we need to take out this piece of insulation and we need to frame in a square opening for an exhaust fan. I'm going to put in an exhaust fan for if I'm spray painting or doing anything stinky, I can turn it on, suck all the air out. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is cut our 2x6s to length. These walls are framed 2x4, but they're old, rough cut dimensional lumber, so we're going to have to take a 2x6, cut it down a little bit on the table saw, and put it together here on the bench, and then we'll put it up top and get it attached. Got all our pieces cut to length, cut to width. Um, going to be doing a 19 by 19 opening for the gable fan. By sheer luck, that makes a perfect square as far as when you measure up there. So we'll get it nailed together. All right, so we're going to cut our plywood. We need to measure 91 inches along the bottom here, 46 inches up there, draw a diagonal line. My straight edge isn't long enough. I'll show you a good trick on how to extend your straight edge on a cut like this. This distance is 92 inches. We need to go over halfway, which would be 46 inches. So we'll make a mark at 46. This height on this edge is supposed to be 46. Now, to extend this straight edge, what we're going to do, take our trusty T-square, we're going to put it up at that mark, midway mark. In theory, this line, this height should be half of the height over there, 23 inches. Now, we take our straight edge, lay it between these two marks. Should be able to draw our line, slide it over between these two marks. And draw that straight line. Close. Close enough for what we're up to. All right, got our lines drawn. Going to get the saw, get it cut out. Let's talk about this plywood for a minute. This is called MDO plywood, or medium density overlay. It's a fir plywood with a paper face. It's used for concrete forms. It's used for road signs. It takes paint really, really well. This one, unfortunately, sat out in the weather 2 houses ago. I've had this sheet for quite a while. So we've got some staining here. I'll probably end up painting the gable end eventually, so I think that'll be fine. So we've got our pieces cut. We'll get them up there. Let's talk about fastenings real quick. I'm using these 1 5/8 coated deck screws. You could use nails. I want to be able to pull this wall off in case I want to do something behind it, upgrade the insulation, put some electrical or whatever back there. I'm using coated not because I think they're better or they're appropriate, but it's what I have. I was able to get 25 pounds for 25 bucks on clearance at Home Depot, so you're going to be seeing a lot of these screws. All right, it's time to cut that center section to cover up the box fan framing that we put in. Another piece of 1/2 inch MDO. This one is not weathered. So that spot is going to be 24 inches wide. We'll take our T-square, make a mark at 24. It's going to be 46 tall on the edge, right there. Now, calculate the top where the peak is. We know the roof is a 612 pitch. So the total width is 24 inches. Half of that width, one angle, is 12 inches. 612 would be a 6-inch height rise above that with a 12-inch run. So we're going to come over here. 46 inches plus 6 inches is 52. That's where our peak's going to be. Measure out here, and there's the very top. There's our top corner there. All right, just got to draw some lines. One important thing to do here is to mark on the plywood here and here the edges of that cutout. That way, when we go to put the fan in later, we know exactly where to cut. Same goes for the vertical here. We'll be able to figure the rest. All right, we're done. Got a gable end wall covered here. We can go ahead and cover the other gable end wall, which I may do another video on. That'll be a little different because it's got some different framing that I need to deal with. I may do rigid foam for that. I haven't decided yet. But we'll get it covered with plywood, and we can get the rigid foam up on the ceiling. Folks, if you enjoyed that video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up on the video. Ring the bell. Leave a comment. New video every Saturday. Hope to see you then. Guess who forgot to put in the insulation?